My name is Vannaka and this is Slayer Drop Locked. The idea is simple. I can only obtain items by killing monsters on a Slayer task. This also means I cannot trade with any shops or pick up item spawns. For a full list of the rules and restrictions, check out the description of the video. Are you ready? Let's begin! Good day my friends, my name is Vannaka and welcome to episode 5 of Slayer Drop Locked. In the past few days I've been reading your comments and I gotta say, they made me smile every single time. You guys are so incredibly positive about the series and that makes me very happy and gives me so much motivation to continue with the series. In the past 2 weeks my channel has grown by 14,000 subscribers. That is an average of 1,000 per day. That is absolutely insane. What I've also noticed is that a lot of people actually started a Slayer Drop Locked account of their own. So that is why yesterday I decided to create a poll on YouTube to see how many people would be interested in bringing together a community of Slayer Drop Locked accounts, and you guys were very positive. Now of course I'm not expecting hundreds of people to go and try this challenge, but if you feel like starting a Slayer Drop Locked account, then feel free to join my clan chat Scape Slayer. You're all very welcome guys. I hope you'll have a great time here. But anyway, let's now get into the progress of this episode. As you guys may remember from the last one, we got a Rune Scimitar at the very end of the episode, and that is an absolute game changer. We went from an adamant longsword to this Rune Scimitar, and this is so much better and I can kill so many more monsters now. So I got a lot of questions from you guys asking like, is the Rune Scimitar now your best weapon until you have a whip? And I do understand this question because of course I'm a Slayer Drop Locked account, but no, the Rune Scimitar is not the best weapon until I get a whip. There are many other weapons that I get in between that, and one example is the Dragon Scimitar. You may not have expected that weapon, but yes, I can get my hands on it because Scorpia drops it, and I can complete the Monkey Madness quest according to my rules. I've already looked that up. So here we go for the very first crystal key on the account. Let's see. And we got 150 iron ore. That is actually so nice. And there is 48 Slayer. We have not unlocked anything, but every level counts, guys. The hype is real. We got ourselves another Laren's key. Let's hope we can get something good like the previous keys. And we get Dragon Arrow tips. Well, that is not the best, but one day this will be useful. Another tooth half of a key. I have so many Slayer's enchantments already. I wonder if these things are ever going to be useful. So yep, this task took an eternity, but we all know that it was very, very useful. So after the Fire Giant's task, I got some very bad tasks in a row. First I got 47 wolves, and this is an easy task, but wolves don't drop anything other than a beginner clue every now and then. And I actually even managed to get a clue, but I realized I can't do it because I don't have a spade yet. But don't worry guys, I will be able to collect myself a spade once I can build my own player-owned house. So this will happen eventually, but just not yet. Speaking of bad tasks, I got dogs after this, and I think this is really my least favorite task. I even like the cave crawlers more because at least they have something that they can drop. But what I noticed was that this was task number 19, which means if you complete task 20 at Vannaka, you get Slayer points. So I went to Vannaka for a new task. Okay, I take back what I said. This is my least favorite task. It really hurt my soul that I had to skip this task because it's one of the rare occasions where I can actually get Slayer points, but crocodiles are just not worth it and I got spiders instead, so that made me actually quite happy. A Grubby Key, that's actually very interesting. I can use this key to open the chest, but first I'm gonna need 56 thieving, so that's gonna take a while. I think this is one of the few ways for me to get soul runes in this early game, so I'll take it. Well, look at that, a super anti-poison and a rune meta helm, always very, very welcome. No freaking way, a hard clue scroll. I wonder if I can complete that on this account right now. Level 61 strength, guys, that is going very well. Grubby Key number 2. Alright, so once I finally completed the task, I went back to Crystallia to get myself another one. I got Black Demons, and I was gonna try this, but before that, I wanted to try my hard clue that I had in my inventory first. For the first step, I had to search some boxes in the house where you start the waterfall quest, so that was a very easy first step. But after that, I needed to enter the Troll Stronghold, and that is right now impossible on the account, so I had to drop the clue. So then I decided to give the Black Demons a try. I mean, there's a chance to get a Rune Chain Body or Rune Dagger or other nice drops, but they are really difficult to kill. Even though I have a Rune Scimitar now, these guys have a very high defense level, so I wasn't able to hit them very well. I killed about 5 or 6 in total, but then I decided to go back to Tyrael to get myself another task because this was taking too long. So I got myself a Minotaur's task, which is not that special, so I completed that very quickly so I could get another task from Crystallia again. Alright, mammoths. Well, this is interesting. On a regular account, mammoths are not that interesting I think, because they drop low level seeds most of the time and it's just not that exciting. But for me, on the other hand, it's a whole different story, because once I can get access to farming, I can use these low level seeds to get ingredients that I need for certain quests maybe, or certain items that I have to produce, because I can only do it through the Slayer skill. So for me this is very important. But then I got the very understandable question from you guys, but how are you gonna train farming? Because I don't have the tools for it and I can't obtain that through Slayer drops. Well, that is very true, but when I started this series, I also included a rule that I can obtain all items that I can get from my player-owned house. So that means that if I can train my construction high enough to build a farming tool store, I can grab all the items that are within this tool store. I got myself another Laren's key, that is very exciting. And the next task is going to be Chaos Druids. That is actually very nice for Herblore. Let's open the chest and boom! 579 coal. I still haven't focused much on smithing yet, but I can train so much experience with this. I think that a Chaos Druid task is one of the most relaxing tasks out there, because I don't have to risk any items and I'm super close to an altar, so I can just protect Mage and kill him AFK. But also not really AFK actually. The perfect source for prayer potions right there. Oh shit, that's a rare drop table loot, a Runite bar. It is still incredibly hard to train magic, so these mind runes will come in very handy. Ooh, that's another pirate random event, and I only need one more item, and that is the gold ring. That is very exciting. And I actually get the gold ring, that is amazing. I also have the gold necklace, so now we can do this beginner clue step. There we go, we got level 48 attack. It's important to get it to level 50, because when the time comes we can then wield a leaf bladed spear. And there is another one to 49, beautiful. Alright, so that is the last skill of the task. We have not obtained any Laren's keys or pieces of the Elder Druid robe set, but still I'm happy with the drops. A skeleton task is not the most interesting one, but it's a very easy one to do, so I'll take it. Well, what do we have here? Another clue scroll, beautiful. Alright broski, can I get a casket please? Nope. But can I do it? Yes I can. Alright, so give me a Ceradomin ornament kit please. No, we get another clue, but once again can we do it? And yes we can. That is a guaranteed casket my friends. This is the clue I've been waiting for since episode 1. We can finally train range, that is so exciting. So I got a lot of questions in the comments from you guys asking what my bank looks like right now. I haven't done a bank overview yet in the series, so just take a look at it, all the items that I have. Of course, everything is obtained through Slayer or random events or any other of the exceptions that I have, but if you have a question about how I obtained a certain item, then feel free to leave a comment on the video and I will gladly answer that for you. And there's level 51 Slayer, what a beautiful level already. And there's level 50 attack, that's very nice. I can now wield a leaf-bladed spear at level 55 Slayer as well, so I can do Turoth tasks in the future. I just got myself a crucial item from the Sandwich Lady random event. This is the only way for me to obtain a chocolate bar in the early game, and this is needed for making a hangover cure in the Biohazard quest, so that is actually pretty epic. Well, there we go, task completed, let's go and grab another one. No thank you Cresselia, I've tried this before but it didn't work out very well. So I decided to go back to Turael to skip my Black Demons task, and I got a Rats task. Now thanks to you guys in the comments, I've now realized that I need this task to complete the quest Witch's Potion, because then I have to kill a rat and obtain a rat's tail. Once you have started the quest, you get a 100% drop chance of obtaining the rat's tail, so it's a very simple thing to do, but of course I can only obtain the item on task because that is, according to my rules, the only way to pick up the item. Now in order to complete the quest though, I'm gonna have to wait for a bit because I also need an Eye of Newt and an onion. I do have an Eye of Newt, but the onion is very hard for me to obtain. Chaos Druids, that is always welcome. We just reached level 55 hit points. Also got another strength level to 63. So I gotta say, a lot of fun things happened when I killed these Elder Chaos Druids. There was this guy trying to skull trick me because he was dressed up like an Elder Chaos Druid, so I was making fun of him by just saying that I just got a Laren's key, and of course he didn't like that too much, so he logged out. And then there was this other guy who asked me if I were a bot, and I said no, I'm just not afraid to die, and because of that he just decided to teleport away. I mean, I don't know why, but okay. We got another Slayer level to 52, and that means we can now get jellies on task. It's just that we don't have a Slayer Master yet that can assign these, but that will happen in the future. Well, I suppose not everyone is friendly here, I guess. The task is completed, and once again no special drop, but still I really enjoy killing these guys for all the herbs and other good drops. So I got myself another task from Crystalia, and this time I got Greater Demons. It's not a bad task, but I didn't really feel like doing it at the time, so I decided to skip it for now. Alright my friends, are you guys up for some theory crafting? Because I got myself a monkey task, and I discovered something really interesting. One of my viewers commented on my video a couple days ago that an imp is actually considered as a monkey on a Slayer task, which means that if that is the case, I can kill imps for drops and that would change my account forever. But the problem is that the wiki doesn't say anything about an imp being a monkey Slayer task, so I went to look for more information on the internet and I found this Reddit post of someone actually claiming this to be the case. I gotta admit, this really got me hyped because the imps have so many drops that can be so useful for my account, so I decided to give it a try. So once I finally found an imp, I killed it, and unfortunately it turned out to be not part of the Slayer task, which really sucks, but then I still don't get why people actually think this is the case. I really wanted to know more about this, so I decided to tweet Mod Ash and ask him if imps were once classed as monkeys on a Slayer task. And then Mod Ash replied that he had never heard such a thing, but he was sure that the great Vannaka would know. Oh god Ash, please, if only I had the power to change any Slayer tasks, it would be amazing. But this may not be the end of it, because yesterday there was a very interesting update in Old School regarding the classification of demonic creatures. But the problem here is that they are not really talking about Slayer tasks, they are more talking about the Arclight Sword and how much damage it deals on demonic creatures. So I guess that for the time being, imps are unfortunately no Slayer task yet, but who knows, it might change in the future. There we go, got another mammoth task, really nice for big bones and also disease that are very useful. Level 64 strength in the pocket. The mammoths are also a very nice source for prayer potions, even though it's just one dose, it's always handy. Every time I get a Laren's Key, it is incredibly exciting. I'm gonna keep this one in the bank though and wait for another one and then do 2 chests at once. Getting a genie random event is very useful for the low herblore levels, since it's really difficult to make potions for me right now. It's very hard to get Eyes of Newt or ground unicorn dust. There is a long bone drop. Now if I can ever get to the Dorgish Khan city, I can exchange this for construction experience. Very interesting. I wish I was able to do this medium clue, but I don't have a spade yet, so rip. And there is another genie, no way. Alright, mammoth task now completed, let's get a new one. I honestly wish that these guys were imps, oh man. So I skipped the lesser demons and went to Turel for another task and I got 35 bears. That is not the best task because I can't get any Laren's keys, but who knows, I may get a clue scroll. The task is now completed, I did get a strength level to 65, that's always very welcome. Well, an ice giant's task, now that is pretty interesting to be honest. Let's go, a mithril axe. That's an upgrade from the steel axe that we got from the fire giants. This is probably the best piece of food I've obtained so far on this account. An adamant square shield is not just an upgrade from the mithril square shield, but also a hard clue requirement, so that is 2 birds with 1 stone. But it gets even better, an adamant kite shield guys, that is just perfect. And there is the second Laren's Key. I'm gonna go to the chest after this task. This is the drop that I've wanted for a very long time, a Rune Dagger. That means that the weapon poison that we got from the temple spiders can now be put on the dagger, so we have a poisoned Rune Dagger. Ah, come on, that's just rude, bro. Honestly guys, I gotta say, the cash tag is looking good, and the bones as well. There is 54 Slayer, only 1 more level and then we can use a Leaf-Bladed Spear and kill Turoth. Level 66 strength already, the levels are coming in so nicely. Alright, so I completed the Ice Giant task. I was very happy to have done it because I got so many armor upgrades and also a Laren's Key. After that I got another Hellhound's task, which I don't really want to do because I can only get hard clues and I don't think I can complete many of them, so I wanted to skip it. But before that, it is time to open the Laren's chest 2 times because we have 2 Laren's Keys. Alright then my friends, this is the very first time I'm gonna use 2 Laren's Keys at once. Let's hope for a good drop. Oh man, I'm so nervous. Come on, please. Gold ore, that is actually really good for crafting later on, and also smithing, of course. And now the second one, and oh my god, this is incredible. This is actually incredible. I also got so much coal in the bank. Yes, we made it. Oh my goodness. Let's check the bank right away for ores. 975 iron ore, 250 gold, and we also got 725 gold. This is going to be huge. Alright everyone, so if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's going to be much more content, and in the next one we're going to try to get ourselves an end task to start training construction. That should be very exciting. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.